Cool. Thanks for coming out.
Well, thank you very much for having me, Matthew. Thank you.
It sounded fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're that, at least that last one, and maybe a few other ones sounded like you draw from maybe local things, I don't know, I was thinking Volcano and Mount Rainier. Even though the song had like no direct
geographies, right?
Yeah,
sure.
geographies.
I take it as it comes. I think that they're all out there in the ether. I come from that school, and lucky enough to pluck half a song here and there and try to turn it into a whole song. But yeah, definitely inspired by nature, and I've grown up here in the Northwest, and that's definitely rubbed off on me a lot. So.
Wow. Okay. So you're one of the few.
I'm a Bellingham, born and raised in Bellingham, and
Yeah.
I still get up there to spend as much time as I can. Been down here in Seattle for 10 years. My family is Seattle folk. My father graduated in '64 from Ballard.
Wow.
So,
okay, you're right at home then tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great. How long have you been doing Our Dead Fathers for?
This is going on year number 2, and recorded the album in December of, excuse me, that's not true. Recorded the album in June of 2013 with a good friend, Randall Payne. He's a drummer here in town, a number of great acts. I had the pleasure of working with him. He's also a Bellinghamster that I grew up with and always admired what he was doing, and I had the pleasure to work with him making the album. And then we kind of took it from there as a band, and things have kind of ebbed and flowed with bands and duos. Had my brother working with me for the last year, and we've been pretty strong doing that. And he's in Bellingham currently working in his own projects. He's got a couple of projects going up there. So I've just recently undertaken the solo situation. So.
Right. And even though you've got the album, you've introduced some new stuff tonight. So you're working on new music too?
Absolutely, yeah. Looking forward to getting that second one on wax, as they say. So I'd say we're about halfway there at this point.
I want you to get closer to the mic.
Sorry, my speaking voice is maybe not as loud as the singing voice. Yeah, so looking forward to doing that, absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Cool. Now, any shows we can catch you?
Next round actually is going to be at the Ben Bow Room on April 24th, I believe, April 24th. There's a singer-songwriter series that's been long running here in town called T-Bossa, I believe, and it's Lo-Fi All-Stars. T-Bossa is the gentleman, excuse me. Lo-Fi All-Stars is the name of the show, and it's recently moved to the Ben Bow Room out in West Seattle, so I'll be looking forward to that. And off the top of my head, I think that's the next thing.
All right, very cool. What are the catchphrases? Where do we find your music at, and how do we like you on Facebook? And
at Our Dead Fathers on Facebook and Bandcamp. Please check us out. Like us if you like. Follow us on Twitter if you like. I'm fairly active with that social media. And,
Excellent.
And try to keep current on that as much as possible. So.
Cool. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you very much.
Sweet. We got